This is not just a story, it's a terrifying reality. New Karachi, 2001. An abandoned factory, mysterious shadows, and a woman in a red dress who appeared on the rooftop every night. At first, everyone ignored it. But then strange things started happening. Someone felt trapped in the bathroom. Someone felt a chilling touch. And one even saw something standing right behind them. This was no illusion. Something was there, watching, waiting. Do you have the courage to uncover the truth? If yes, listen to this story till the end. But beware, after this, you might never feel alone again. I heard this story just last night, and I am narrating it as told by the person who experienced it. In 2001, near Shafiq Moor, New Karachi, we rented a place to start a new factory. It was a large plot with 3 portions, each occupied by different factories. Upon entering through the gate, there was a room for the security guard, 2 factories on either side, and our factory straight ahead. As soon as we entered our portion, there was an office in front, a warehouse with raw materials on one side, and machines on the other. Surrounding the factory, 3 sides had empty plots, while in front of the gate, there was a tea shop and a paint shop. Since our business was new, we often stayed late for sampling, discussing work, and having food, tea, and cigarettes. One night, around 10 or 10:15 p.m., we had sent a worker to bring food, tea, and cigarettes. Suddenly, it started raining. A little while later, the food arrived, and we all sat together to eat. During the conversation, one of the workers mentioned seeing a woman in a red dress, bathing alone in the rain on our factory's roof. We warned him not to stare, as Pashtuns are very strict about their women, and if they misunderstood, they might harm him and even bury him in a nearby empty plot. After finishing dinner, the rain stopped, and we were about to leave for home. As we were exiting through the gate, my eyes instinctively went to the roof, and I saw a figure in a red shawl or dupatta sitting there. A few days passed, and we forgot about it. Then, one day, it started raining heavily during the daytime. Due to the rain, water started leaking into our warehouse. We quickly moved the raw materials aside and sent a worker to the security guard to inform him that we needed access to the roof to place a plastic sheet to stop the leakage. However, the worker returned, saying that the guard claimed there was no access to the roof and that we should arrange a ladder ourselves. At that moment, we remembered the woman seen on the roof. I personally went to the guard and asked if we could go up from the side where his family lived. The guard looked confused and told us that his family lived in the village and no one stayed on the roof. There was no access, so how could a woman be up there? The story continues. As I mentioned yesterday, after the security guard said there was no way to the roof and no one lived there, we felt uneasy. However, stopping the rainwater was a priority. We borrowed a ladder from the neighboring portion and sent some workers to lay the plastic sheet. When they returned, they reported that there was some debris on the roof, which was causing water to accumulate and leak into the factory. That day passed without incident, but the woman in the red dress made her presence felt the very next morning. One of the loaders went to the bathroom and suddenly started screaming. We rushed to the bathroom, but the door was locked from the inside. He was yelling that the woman in red was standing outside the door, staring at him. We assured him that no one was there and asked him to come out. When he finally emerged, he described how he had seen her despite the locked door. He felt paralyzed with fear. Later that evening, another worker felt an icy cold breeze pass by him. I was standing near the machine and distinctly saw the woman standing behind me. A chill ran down my spine. Somehow, we got through that day. But the next day, things got worse. Another loader went to the warehouse and felt someone jump on him. Startled, he stepped back and hit his head on a loading trolley, injuring himself. We sent him to a clinic and warned him not to mention anything, fearing that people might mock us. After this incident, we decided to leave and went to the broker who had rented us the place. Surprisingly, instead of dismissing our concerns, the broker listened attentively. He admitted he had heard about strange occurrences at the factory, but never about direct attacks. We asked him about another location near Sava Cinema, and then, for the first time, he shared the chilling backstory of the woman's spirit. Years ago, In the empty plot behind our factory, smugglers used to unload contraband goods from trucks into cars. One evening, a young man from a nearby slum, who was about to get married in 2 days, went out with his friend to a barber for a haircut. One of the smugglers' cars accidentally hit them. When they confronted the drivers, they were dragged into the empty plot and beaten to death. Their families searched for them for 2 days before discovering their bodies. The news of their death shocked everyone, and the groom's fiancée died of a heart attack upon hearing it. It is said that her restless spirit roams the area, searching for her fiancé's killers. We abandoned that place and never returned to that road again.